Time is the one currency you never get back. So why spend 2 hours waiting for a movie to actually start? We have all been there sitting through 40 minutes of slow exposition and unnecessary backstories just to get to the good stuff. But sometimes you do not want a slow burn, you want a forest fire. See? Today we are talking about the leanest, meanest, and most aggressive films ever made. These are the movies that grab you by the throat in the opening minutes and do not let go until the credits roll. No filler, no fluff, just pure momentum. Here are 10 free movies you can find right now that waste absolutely zero time. Number 10. Odd Thomas, released in 2013. We are kicking this off with a hidden gem that moves at the speed of thought. Most supernatural thrillers spend half the runtime trying to convince you that ghosts are real. This movie does not care about that. Within the first 60 seconds, you know exactly who Thomas is, what he can do, and the rules of his world. He sees dead people, but he also sees these invisible creatures called buttocks that feed on pain. The pacing here is snappy and electric, thanks to the director Stephen Sommers, who also made The Mummy. He treats the camera like it is on a roller coaster track. Thomas, played by the late Anton Yelchin, moves through this mystery with a confidence that keeps you glued to the screen. There is no brooding phase. He sees a problem, he investigates it, and things go wrong immediately. It is funny, it is tragic, and it flies by because the dialogue is just as fast as the action. It is a perfect palate cleanser if you are tired of horror movies that take forever to get scary. Number 9. Total Recall, released in 2012. People love to hate on remakes, but if we are talking strictly about pacing, this version is a sprinter. While the original had its weird charm, this 2012 update is designed to be a relentless chase movie from start to finish. You get maybe 10 minutes of world building to establish the colony and the Federation, and then Douglas Quaid sits in that chair and all hell breaks loose. Once the tactical teams smash through the windows, the movie literally does not stop moving. Colin Farrell is constantly running, jumping, or sliding through visually stunning environments. The layout of this world with the gravity elevator called The Fall provides this constant sense of vertical movement. The camera never sits still. It is lens flare heavy and slick, but it respects your time by cutting out the slow philosophical debates and replacing them with kinetic energy. If you want to turn your brain off and watch high-budget chaos, this is the one. Number 8. Act of Valor, released in 2012. This film is unique because it stars active-duty Navy SEALs rather than actors. Because of that, the filmmakers realized something smart. They did not need to waste time on emotional monologues or fake drama. They focused entirely on the mission. The movie functions like a series of high-stakes objectives. You are dropped into a rescue mission in a jungle almost immediately. The gunplay is deafening and accurate. There is no Hollywood fluff where the hero hesitates. These guys move clear rooms and engage targets with a speed that is actually frightening to watch, because you know it is real training kicking in. The plot is simple, terror cells are moving, but the execution is rapid fire. It feels less like a traditional movie and more like you are sitting in the Tactical Operations Center watching a live feed of a raid. It strips away the cinema magic and replaces it with raw efficiency. Number 7. The Grey, released in 2011. Survival movies usually have a long setup where you get to know the characters before the disaster hits. This film crashes the plane at the 10-minute mark. You are thrown into the freezing Alaskan wilderness with Liam Neeson and a handful of oil rig workers, and the threat is immediate. It is not just the cold, it is the wolves. These are not your average movie animals, they are treated like horror movie monsters that hunt the men down one by one. The film creates this suffocating sense of dread that never lifts. Every scene is a struggle just to walk or breathe. There is no time for the characters to mourn or plan because they are constantly being stalked. It is brutal and unrelenting. The director Joe Carnahan keeps the camera close to the actors' faces so you feel the frostbite and the panic. It wastes no time on hope, it just gives you pure survival instinct. Number 6. Colombiana, released in 2011. Revenge movies rely on momentum, and this one has plenty. We see the catalyst for the revenge in the very first sequence. A young Catalea witnesses the death of her parents and escapes in a parkour chase that sets the tone for the rest of her life. Then we jump forward, and she is already a fully formed assassin. We do not have to suffer through the awkward training years. We see her operating at the peak of her game. Zoe Saldana is incredibly physical in this role. The way she navigates vents and prison cells to get to her targets is like watching a puzzle being solved at high speed. The script keeps the police on her tail constantly, which adds a ticking clock to every hit she performs. It is sleek, stylish, and it knows exactly what it is. A popcorn action flick that delivers the goods without asking you to think too hard. Number 5. Emily the Criminal, released in 2022. This is a different kind of intensity. It is not about explosions, it is about anxiety. The movie captures the suffocating feeling of drowning in debt and needing money now. Emily, played by Aubrey Plaza, gets sucked into the world of credit card fraud, and the film mirrors her descent with its pacing. It starts with a job interview that goes wrong, and within minutes she is doing her first dummy run as a shopper. The stakes escalate so naturally but so quickly. One day she is buying a TV with a fake card. The next, she is dealing with serious gangsters. The runtime is tight, just over 90 minutes, and every scene serves the plot. You feel her heart rate rising. It is a masterclass in tension. You are not waiting for the crime to happen, you are living in the stress of the consequences immediately. It is grounded, gritty, and incredibly fast-paced for a thriller. Number 4. Lucky Number Slevin, released in 2006. This movie moves fast because the characters think fast. It is a case of mistaken identity, where a guy named Slevin gets caught in the middle of a war between two rival crime bosses. The dialogue is rapid-fire machine gun poetry. You have to pay attention because the plot twists and turns in every single scene. The editing style is aggressive, using quick cuts and visual gags to keep you engaged. It does not waste time explaining the backstory until it is absolutely necessary. And when it does, it hits you with a revelation that changes everything. It is stylish and confident. The film relies on the Kansas City Shuffle, which is all about misdirection. While you are looking left, the movie goes right. It respects your intelligence and expects you to keep up. Number 3. Hardcore Henry, released in 2015. This is the definition of zero downtime. The entire movie is shot from the first-person perspective of the main character. It looks and feels exactly like a video game. You wake up inside a lab, you have no voice, you have cybernetic limbs, and bad guys are breaking down the door. From that second on, it is a 90-minute sprint. There are no cutaways to the villain plotting in a dark room. If Henry does not see it, you do not see it. This perspective forces the action to be continuous. He runs, climbs, shoots, and fights without a break. It is exhausting in the best way possible. The stunt work is unbelievable because you see the hands and legs of the stuntman doing these insane parkour moves. It is an adrenaline shot straight to the heart. If you want pure motion, this is it. Number 2. Unstoppable, released in 2010. This film often gets an honorable mention on other lists, but here it takes the number 2 spot because it is the king of efficiency. The premise is in the title. There is a train. It is unmanned. It is full of toxic chemicals. It is not stopping. Director Tony Scott was a master of visual energy, and this was his final film. He turns a runaway train into a monster. The movie starts with the mistake that lets the train loose, and then cuts between the train picking up speed and the two regular guys trying to catch it. There is no villain speech. There is no romantic subplot that slows things down. It is just physics and engineering versus human grit. The editing is frantic with swooping helicopter shots and intense zooms. You are literally watching a 90-minute chase scene that just gets faster and louder until the very end. Number 1. Sisu, released in 2022. If John Wick lived in Finland during World War II, he would be this guy. This movie is a masterpiece of visual storytelling. The main character barely speaks a word. He does not need to. He is an ex-commando who just wants to mine for gold and be left alone. When a Nazi death squad steals his gold, they realize they made a fatal mistake. The film is divided into chapters like the gold and the minefield, and it moves through them with ruthless efficiency. The action is inventive, gory, and shocking. It wastes 0 seconds on the villain's motivations. They are bad guys, and they are in the way. That is it. The hero is basically a force of nature who refuses to die. It is lean, it is violent, and it clocks in at just about 90 minutes, perfectly utilizing every second to show you something cool. It is the ultimate example of a movie that knows exactly what you want and delivers it without hesitation. So, there you have it. 10 movies that respect your time and keep your pulse high. If you are tired of checking your phone while watching a movie, pick any title from this list, and I guarantee you will not look away. Let me know in the comments which one of these gave you the biggest adrenaline rush. Thanks for watching, and take care.